Do you truly love yourself? And your children? Do they learn to love themselves at home? This is a profound reflection that leads us to the wisdom of Virginia Satir, a pioneer of family therapy. Self-esteem is the greatest gift one can give to a child. This phrase, laden with truth, invites us to consider the fundamental role that the family plays in building an individual's perception of themselves. More than material possessions or opportunities, the ability to value oneself, to recognize one's own worth, and to love who one is, regardless of circumstances, is the foundation for a full and happy life. Self-esteem is not something that comes ready-made. It is built brick by brick from the earliest moments of life. And the family is the primary builder of this internal structure. When parents offer unconditional love, acceptance, and validation, they are laying the first and strongest bricks. Every sincere praise for an effort, and not just for the result, every tight hug that conveys security, every moment when the child feels heard and understood, contributes to them developing a positive self-image. Self-esteem is nurtured by the sense of belonging, by the certainty of being loved and valued for who one is, with all their qualities and imperfections. In this environment, the child learns to trust their own abilities, to express their opinions, to face challenges, and to get back up after setbacks, because they know their worth does not diminish due to a mistake or failure. They feel comfortable being authentic, without needing to wear masks to please or protect themselves. On the other hand, when self-esteem is not cultivated or worse is undermined, the consequences can be devastating. The absence of this greatest gift manifests in countless ways. A child who grows up in an environment of constant criticism, unfavorable comparisons, or indifference tends to internalize the idea that they are not good enough, that they are not worthy of love, or that their feelings do not matter. They may develop low self-esteem, which will follow them throughout life, sabotaging their relationships, career, and ability to pursue their own happiness. The doubt about their own worth becomes a constant shadow, leading to an incessant search for external approval, a paralyzing fear of making mistakes, or a tendency to settle for less than they deserve. Think about the effects of fragile self-esteem. The person may become excessively shy, avoiding social contact for fear of being judged. They may be extremely perfectionist, exhausting themselves in pursuit of an unattainable ideal, or, conversely, give up easily at the first obstacles. The difficulty in expressing their needs and boundaries can lead to abusive relationships or a life of frustration. They may carry a sense of emptiness, even when achieving success, because external validation is never enough to fill the lack of internal self-acceptance. The inner voice becomes a relentless critic, repeating negative messages internalized in childhood. The ability to dream big and pursue challenging goals is undermined by constant doubt. Can I do it? Do I deserve it? It is crucial to understand that the parent's self-esteem is also a mirror for the children's self-esteem. Parents who do not love themselves, who constantly criticize themselves, who live dissatisfied with their own lives, tend to unconsciously transmit this dissatisfaction and lack of worth to their children. They may unintentionally project their own insecurities or unfulfilled expectations, creating a vicious cycle. The gift of self-esteem, therefore, begins with the self-care and self-love of the parents themselves. A father or mother who values themselves, who recognizes their own qualities, and who deals with their imperfections in a healthy way is a living model of self-esteem for their child. The good news is that self-esteem, even if weakened in childhood, can be rebuilt. It is a process that requires awareness, patience, and often support. For parents, the first step is self-reflection. How do I talk to myself? What messages do I convey to my children about their worth and my own? It is essential to shift the language from criticism to encouragement, from judgment to acceptance. This means celebrating small steps, valuing effort more than the final result, and above all, offering a love that does not need to be earned, but simply exists. For children, it is vital to create an environment where feeling safe to be imperfect is the norm. Teach them that making mistakes is part of learning, that their emotions are valid, and that their voice matters. Encourage autonomy, allowing them to make choices and take on responsibilities appropriate to their age. Celebrate their achievements, no matter how small, and help them develop their passions and talents. For the adult who carries low self-esteem from childhood, the path involves a process of deprogramming the negative messages internalized. This can be done through therapy, self-awareness, the practice of self-compassion, and building a support network that offers validation and love. It is a work of rewriting one's own internal narrative, recognizing the intrinsic worth that has always existed but was obscured. Self-esteem is the fuel for life, the foundation for courage, resilience, and the ability to pursue one's own happiness. By giving this gift to our children and to ourselves, we are equipping them with the most powerful tool to navigate the world with confidence and authenticity. Did you like what you heard? Leave your like, share with those who need this reflection, and subscribe to not miss the next content that will transform your way of seeing family and education.